Yeah!
Just get Manic.
Cinda's on the way.
Call my
so
parents.
I am.
Yeah, call my mom. She's actually.
All right. Let's get this show started. Woo! All right, I'm starting. Cinda is on the way. Thank you so much for coming out.
Woo!
Happy Monday, first Monday of April. Yesterday was Palm Sunday, right? Okay, cool. So we're gonna get this show right started. This is the LA School Comedy. We have open mic nights every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Shows at 7 p.m. Sign-ups at 6:30. Today, after this mic, we have a show at the Delphi Greek Restaurant, which is just up Westwood Boulevard, to see an awesome lineup of comics there and some really good food. As always, if you have to use the bathroom or step outside, please do it when the host is talking. And if you'd like a tape of your set, feel free to what? Oh, feel free. Huh?
That was something that just landed.
Oh, feel free to talk to me after the show in terms of getting one. So let's get the show started because we got a lot of comics today. So let's bring it up for the comedy of the one and. Oh, that's okay. Let's bring it up for the comedy of Lenny. Woo!
I didn't sign up first.
I did.
She made me do this just because I interrupted her. Okay.
You also got here first.
Yeah. So I like getting my titties sucked. Yeah. And I like eating pussy, even though I'm terrible at it. So I want a 69 a midget. That you can suck my titties in. Little slow on that, Rich White. All right. Right. Not expecting. Hey, I'm working on this shit. So I was in a cafe recently, watching the news, and there was a fireman who had saved a bunch of people from a building and shit, right? They all saved them. And as a reward, he got to like take pictures for the news of him holding some sort of degree. And it was him and it was two beautiful women on each of his sides, right? I don't know about you, but that makes me fucking angry. Like if I was that firefighter, I would be fucking outraged. Cause I would not want to share the fucking spotlight with anybody. That is some fucking bullshit. I had to save people from fire, and these bitches gotta look pretty to get fucking limelight. Fuck them. All right. That is some bullshit, motherfucker. I worked that hard, but I gotta share the fucking stage with them too. I'm not. There's nobody else on this fucking stage right now. I don't want two models being fucking here. They didn't pay $10. Fucking useless bitches. So I used to be my girlfriend. So I didn't like it when she talked when I didn't tell her to. I said I used to. I don't do that anymore. I bought her a shot collar. Rich White likes that one. Because he can afford a shot collar. So I moved out of the house at 18. So I had problems with my mother. I think like 18 is a little old, you know what I mean? Like I fuck a lot of 18-year-olds, cause I'm allowed to. But like I think it should be 14. Not to fuck. I think age of consent should still be 18. But like, you should be able to move out at 14. You know what I mean? Cause that's just fucking unreasonable. Come on in, Ava. This is not. I'm not doing well, so you're not interrupting anything. Some really new shit I'm trying out. What was I talking about?
Fucking 18-year-olds?
That, but.
Moving to LA by yourself? Or moving to LA?
14. You should
I was getting to that. What age?
18. 14. Move out.
I wish I could move out of the house at 14. Is what I was trying to say, Ava. So I think waiting till you're 18 is just fucking ridiculous. Because it was some of the 4 worst years of my life. It's like, why? I could have moved out at 14. I know I could have. That shit would have been fucking easy. But like, it's unreasonable to have a 14-year-old in your house. You know what I mean? I was fucking jerking off in my childhood bedroom. Does that seem fucking messed up to anybody else? Like, that shit just shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? Old enough to masturbate, old enough to get a place. That's what I fucking say. Work in progress. I asked my friend if he liked this girl, and he said yes. And I asked him, would you still like her if she had a dick? And he said, that depends. How big is it? Stupid joke. Never gone well. I've been doing that shit for like fucking over 3 years, and that shit has never gone well.
What?
Yeah. Alright. You guys heard this new term, anti-racist? Pretty fucking ridiculous term if you ask me. I guess the thinking behind it is it's not enough just not to be racist. You have to be anti-racist, which is just a little bit fucking silly to me, because the original thinking was if you don't like racism, you'd be pretty fucking against it. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of indifference to that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a child rapist, but I've never heard anyone say the need to say I'm an anti-child rapist. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a little bit unnecessary.
Brilliant!
Yeah.
Brilliant!
Yeah. I don't know if it was brilliant, but I thought of that shit in class today.
No!
Alright. Because my professor used that shit, and I was like, really, bitch? She was saggy titties. She made me write a fucking 10-page essay to cunt. It's like I have better fucking things to do. But yeah, anyways, there was definitely no anti-women comments made during my session. I want to fuck a midget. I have to say midget because I can't say I want to fuck a little person. That's just not. That just doesn't sound okay. Yeah. I don't like parents of retarded children, like, generally, because I feel like a lot of them are kind of disrespectful to their kids. Like, you ever seen like a full-grown retarded child with their parent? Like, you ever see the way that most of their parents fucking dress them and all that Mickey Mouse shit and the fucking, like, it's a little bit fucking degrading, isn't it? Like, dressing like little kids and shit, you know what I mean? It's like they're wearing fucking retarded gang colors. It's just, yeah. It's degrading to the fucking kid, no? It's like, goddamn, letting everybody know retarded. It's unnecessary. Unnecessary.
Retarded gang colors.
Who the fuck out? What other adults wear like Pirates of the Caribbean and Mickey Mouse fucking face masks? Like, it's, yeah.
Wow.
I put toothpaste on my penis because I heard it would prevent cavities. Alright. That's pretty stupid.
Swish and rinse.
Swish
and rinse.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Sunda. I like that shit. I was gonna say something like that next, but that was way better. Shit. So, how much time do I have, Monica?
You have 2 minutes.
Okay. I don't know why anyone gets offended by the word retarded, about me talking about a retarded person being retarded, because, like, retards are kind of retarded, you know what I mean? And, like, I know people use that word, like, negatively, not me, but, like, other people have used that word, like, negatively, with a negative connotation, and now they think we shouldn't even use a medical term to describe it, but that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because we still call gay people gay, but for a long time people were using, like, gay as like a synonym for bad, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because gay people are still gay, but like nobody's saying, you know what I mean? And like, gay people are still kind of gay, you know what I mean? Like, why can't I say something's gay if it's gay? Like, retarded people are pretty fucking retarded. Like, why can't I'm gonna love someone for who they are instead of pretending who they're not? Alright, fuck, that one needs work. Midget sucking my titties. What the fuck else? Going back through my notes. Alright. Man, I'm a fucking one-liner. So I used to beat up small children on the playground, like when I was younger. But then I got my first job. I'll give you a second with that one. When I was younger, I used to beat up children, Rich White. But then I graduated college. All right.
What?
Alright.
I'm sorry.
They say Rich Whites are smart, but like I don't know about that, Rich White. I heard you're type of college educated. That's what they said on the news, at least. But this is not. You failing us. You're making the Rich Whites look bad. About a time, Monica.
Yeah, you're out of time.
Fuck me. All right. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Bill Cosby is innocent.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Here we go. Manic. How are you? Nice to see you. You gonna miss me? You're gonna miss me. Monica's stressing out. She's like, it's 7:01, and I'm looking at the door, and I said, you know what? Start. Thank you, Monica. Give it up for our scholar in residence from Duke University. Some of you have not met me. My name is Sundar Kronquist, and I run this insane asylum. And I know some of you are here just to, we're going to talk later and meet and all that stuff, but I just want to just refresh something to some of you that haven't been here, that this is a place, it's a safe place. You might hear some crazy stuff, but we mean, it's all out of love. We're not doing any of this crazy stuff. If you try to come up on a stage after me, I got white trash in me, I will beat you and I will bite you and run. I'm not standing here listening, I'm going to do this, I'm going to run, I'm going to kick you, scratch you, white trash girl, run. We have nothing but love here. Remember, this is probably one of the only places that you can come to get up to 10 minutes on a stage, which means if you're working on a 5 to 7 minute set, and you think that first stroke didn't work out, before you leave, you could probably bring it back at the end and see how you can make it work again. Now, Lenny is an example of somebody who loves everybody. And the reason you can make jokes like that is when you're that way. It takes one to know one. So we get along very well. We're very off and all that stuff. Both Swedish, there you go. You can tell by my white roots. How are you doing? Where have you been? We talk on the phone, you never came. You see that? I got a good memory.
Yeah.
Isn't that scary?
Yeah.
You ready for me? We're going to have a lot of fun. I just want to reiterate something. When you see the light, just acknowledge the light. Let her know you saw the light. I will tell you the experience I had with Monica, my wonderful scholar in residence. I said, the first thing you do is you go in, you find out where the light is. Right, Monica? I said, watch. And I walk up to the guy, and I go, where's the light? And he says, there's the light. And he points to the light. I said, Monica, get over here. You see that? That's the light. Because he told me that's the light. Well, I'm on stage, and I'm saying to myself, I've done my 20 fucking minutes. This feels like 30. And I look, and there's a totally different light on. So you have to do your own homework. Now, I'm an alumni of the Laugh Factory, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that they didn't have that light bulb fixed. So the red light didn't come on. It was a white light on the other side. Still pay attention. Why am I giving you all these little tips for you new people? Because you're going to have to go up here. And what I'd like for you to do is to make sure that everything is the way you found it on the stage. There's a reason sometimes that they have things a certain way. Because the next comic's going to do this or that. Whenever you're on stage, try to go do anything you have to do when I'm on stage. Forget about me. I don't need the time. You guys need the stage time. You guys have to work. We need more comedy. Right? Ava, tell them we need more comedy, right?
More comedy!
We need more comedy.
More drama.
If you think there's a dearth of women in comedy, think again. We're going to work on this tight 5. She's going to give you the light at 3, okay? And after you, we got Mr. Armstrong. We're getting ready to rock and roll at the LA School of Comedy, LASC TV. You're watching us live. I'm Sundar Kronquist. I'm your host for the night, for a little bit anyway, and I'm going to bring up our next performer. She's going to be seen a lot more lately. Why? Because we love her. Let's give it up for the one and only Ava Steed. Let her hear you. Go, Ava!
Thank you, everyone. I'm shorter than Sundar. I just realized that. I mean, tippy toe. So yes, you're going to be seeing more of me. Not for. Thank you for the love. But I get laid off at the end of the week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I will be
More
stopping
comedy.
at the unemployment office and then at the liquor store in that order. Like, that's how my weekend's gonna look. But when we got the news last Thursday, I went, okay, I need to go look at my resume. And resumes, they're bizarre little things. You've got to sum up your entire professional history in a page and a half. The rule is 2 pages. If you have longer than 2 pages, you can't hold down a job and you're flaky and no one gets to page 3. Heck, half the time they don't even get to page 2. It's like a novel. The first page doesn't get you. Nobody's finishing it. And so going through all the language, you'll read through job descriptions and qualifications. And I got thinking, why don't we have this, like, at a glance, an intimate resume? So when I first met my husband, we could have just swapped resumes. And I would have covered all the special skills, everything I've done, like tried oral. It's not a special skill, maybe. And he could have gone into, like, had a foot fetish in college, outgrew it. And we'd just known right then. And then we could have had our certifications at the end, the education that we had, fully sexually educated, certified, list of references. I mean, it works. And the language is the same. Would you like a job in a fast-paced environment? And you could take that and paste it on. It would just work. It's good. I'm gonna start a thing. Okay, so those of you who don't know me, honestly, I want to get to know you. I'm great at making friends. I was born and raised in a cult. Go Google it. Doesn't matter. Seen one, seen them all. And I'm learning a lot about this wonderful, crazy mainstream society. I've only been living in it for 6 years. And one of the most interesting things is everyone wants to belong to a group. Like, if I identify as in a group, I'm in. If you're a loner of anything, you're out. And the most interesting one is gyms. Now, I want all of you to get at your most vulnerable, very scantily dressed, and get with a bunch of other people, and do very embarrassing, weird things with your bodies. Sometimes there's music, sometimes there isn't, and have someone yelling at you, give me 10 more, now give me 9 more, now give me 8 more, and it's just very, very weird. And here's the most bizarre part. I pay money to them for this. This isn't a volunteer thing, like, I will give you $200 to twist my body into weird shapes and I can't walk for a week, and I didn't get the happy ending, you know? It's weird what, like that group specifically. Another one is sports. Took me a while to figure out what those were. Like, you start when you're younger. I'm a runner now, so if I would have been a runner back then, I would have had college scouts, endorsements, all the wonderful stuff. And sports are huge, especially in this country. I found out Americans actually take sports more seriously than any other country. And they are not very loyal to just one sport, like any sport will do. Golf, very strange sport. One guy with a long stick and a ball, and he tries to hit it as far as he can, and we all cheer, and then it has to go in a hole. Tell me what doesn't sound dirty about that. If you've never seen it, you're like, he uses his what? Okay. Wait, did he hit it or? Okay, no. So I know why I watch very fit men chasing balls around, but why does everybody else? I don't want to learn about that. It's new. Award ceremonies. Those were a big one for me. And they have them for everything. They have the Oscars, they have Policeman's Bowl. The president can give you a medal. There's a whole ceremony for that. And I was so blown away in college, I finally sat my professor down and I says, Dr. Fuller, you have to tell me. What is it with these award ceremonies? What do they mean? And she says, well, it's like a physical representation, an actual trophy of all the choices and decisions you've made in your life. You know, leading up to that moment. And like it's tangible, you see it, and it's there, and it's what you've done here. And I said, so what are children? And she said, Sue, that's not funny. Let's stay on the pill. I got my first TV about 4 years ago. TVs are very strange things, if you haven't seen them. There was a really interesting thing on LinkedIn that said, 100 years from now, aliens are going to look into our living rooms, see a TV, and wonder what we were worshiping. Because we all gather around the TV for sets amount of time in silence. What could that be if it's not prayer or worship, you know? And I discovered the mute button on a TV. It is freaking awesome. The ad still plays and people still talk. I have no more minutes. That's it.
Wait a minute. Don't ever leave that way no matter what. Finish the thought.
Okay, last one. I figured out what the human mute button is. It is the word why. You're at a bar, and some guy comes up to you and says, "Hello, Ava, can I buy you a drink?" Why? Well, you want to come back to my place and I'm going to show you what is up? Why? Works every time. Try it in many different situations. You will find me here next week at the LA School of Comedy for the love.
Yay! Now, you know what will change that game next time? If you're married to an Indian and nobody knows that. That would have changed everything. Everything. If we just started that some kind of way. I'm just going to add that on. Because, look, definitely you're going to Bollywood. Bollywood, white girl, Bollywood, white girl. Genius. But not everybody's a genius. But let me tell you, we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going strong. Jersey strong. As a matter of fact, we have the comedy's one and only Sean Armstrong. Let's give it up. Let's go. Yes, you. You're going to come up today. Yes. Come on, brother. I'll take you there. Ain't nobody. We got to record it right now, baby. We got you. We got you, baby. Hey, give it up. I told you. It's easy, baby. All you got to do is get here. All right. I'll give you the light at 3, so you have 2 minutes.
How's everyone doing tonight?
All right.
Well, I'm very new, so I guess I should just give a brief introduction about myself. My name is Stanley.
Yay, Stanley!
And I'm from White Africa.
What?
You don't know what White Africa is or where it's located? It's Utah. I just came here from Utah. Utah's pretty white, and so LA's not. LA's very culturally diverse, so I'm still in a bit of a culture shock. Like the other day, I went outside and realized I had black neighbors, and so I went up to them and started running. I was like, "Hey, how's it going? My name is Stanley. I'm from Utah. Can we hang out sometime? Can we do something?" They slowly started walking up. And then I realized I was just coming from White Africa. Another thing that's sort of different is, well, the other day I have dreadlocks, as you see, and I often go to black beauty hair supplies. But in LA, the thing that's sort of different in LA, the black beauty hair supplies are run by Koreans. And I just was like a little shocked. So a Korean was telling me about my dreadlocks and telling me the things that I should be putting in my dreadlocks. And I looked around, noticed all the other black people. I was like, is everyone seeing what I'm seeing? Is this kind of unique to LA? We have people playing in different racial roles. Where, another thing I noticed that is also different, and well, it's kind of common. We all know that Mexicans are always making other people's food. So my family's from the Caribbean, and I wanted to get some Jamaican food. I'm not Jamaican, but I love Jamaican food. And when I went to get Jamaican food, I noticed it was, typical. It was all Mexicans cooking the food. But at least like you could pretend to try to make it like Jamaican food. But it wasn't Mexican. It wasn't Jamaican food because there was a tortilla in it. And I was just like, okay, I want my money back. This ain't the real thing. And so it's been cool being in LA. It's very different. I feel like I've gone out with a couple black girls here, and I noticed the black Americans here have a very sort of rigid definition of blackness. And it's not like whiteness, where you can be anyone or anything you want to be and still be considered white. It doesn't work that way with black people. For instance, you can be Donald Trump. Lots of great people on both sides. They tried to give me the virus and still be considered white. You could be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Open up the door, there's a bomber there. And still be considered white. You could even be Italian, and I feel like they're sort of the niggers of the white race. It's still be considered community. Hey, how you doing? Hey, get the fuck out of here. And still be considered white. But in blackness, in America, I'm stuck being the gangster. And why is that a problem? Because I'm more like Carlton from the Fresh Prince, or Wayne Brady, you know, and it's so easy for me to get my black card revoked. Like the simplest things, get my black card revoked, like speaking proper English, and so I have to pretend to be DMX when I'm really not. In fact, during the daytime, I'm a lawyer, you know, and sometimes I'll go to the hood looking for clients. And pretend to be gangster just to get more clients. But so I'm always in this fighting for black people to accept me, and it's a very awkward situation to be in when you're black. And so I feel like we should revolutionize blackness, and there should just be a new type of black. So I said, you know what? I say this: I feel like you can even be married to a white woman and still be considered black. You guys agree? Mm-hmm. You could even be a Republican and still be considered black. You could even be Candace Owens, one of the leading white supremacists. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, all right, I'll agree. Candace Owens, she doesn't count. I took that too far. She can't count, you know. She's, you know, if you know who Candace Owens is, she's a host for the Daily Wire, a far right wing show, and you know, she did go to Europe and she did wear a White Lives Matter shirt. So Candace Owens doesn't count. All right, thank you guys. You guys were wonderful.
You have 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes. Oh.
What?
Right, did you do 5?
That's 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. And what do you how you gonna close?
Huh?
How you gonna close?
Well, thank you guys. Been great. You can catch me at Stanley the Black Carlton on YouTube.
Great job, brother. There you go. Because you know that this is a night of Black Irish, right? I don't know why, but we just have Black Irish people all day long. We're going to bring up the booker of the shit show, the Shannon shit show. Let's give it up for Shannon. Come on. Get up.
Same on.
Get up. If I can get up, you can get up.
On the word of misnomers, and I have said this from the start. Yes, I started the shit show a long time ago. It's still running. It is an open mic, run by the very talented and incredibly funny Whoop Savell. Okay. Yes, I started a bunch of shit. At the current moment, I am not a booker. Now, I love her to death, and I try to promote, you know, Fanatic Salon as much as I can. But don't get it mixed up. I ain't booking shit. Okay? Just get it right there. Like, I ain't booking shit. Like, but the show still exists, which, hey, that's a testament. I'll give that up. Also, if you want to know how your life's going, how you living, all right, count up how many times within the past 2 weeks you beatboxed with a homeless guy at the bus stop. It's going to give you a nice little fucking, like, that's a little foundation right there, right? I already did it today. Fuck you. I already did it today. Had a good time. He was fucking bombs. This dude played some shit on a pizza box with a fucking empty water bottle. Oh, cool as fuck. Motherfucker had rhythm. Dude, we did an old Total song from way back in the day. I fucking hit the hook solid. Yeah. It was great. Yo, kissing you is all that I've been thinking of. Kissing you. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. It's fun, man. You gotta have fun. And for everybody out there who rides around their little tanks and doesn't walk around the street or ride the bike or ride public transit, and the only thing you ever get is a little taste of homelessness. Walk, trek, ride, smell, my people. Because you know what? You don't know what until you fucking get into it. Some of these people are absolutely just caught in the fucking windstorm. A lot of them are the windstorm. Okay? They are the Tasmanian devil. They walk around the street and fucking leave a swath of devastation behind them. That is absolutely true. A lot of those people are walking amongst that devastation in the eye of the storm. Which we're about to get hit by hurricanes here in West LA, people. That's gonna be fun. Oh, wait till LA gets a hurricane. Oh, shit. You think people can't drive in the rain? Wait. You wait your fucking asses off. And it's because I'm from the East, man. Like, I've been through storms regularly. Like, big ones.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're from North, you're from the Carolinas. Shit. Oh, Carolinas get fucking lambasted, man. They get killed. Like, you let that shit happen to LA. What I want is that the Oscars get fucked up like they did with the La La Land thing. Ooh, somebody misplaced who was the best fucking actor or whatever the fuck it was. Right? And at that moment, we get our 8.9 earthquake at the moment that Hurricane Sunda all right, hits that fucking coast. Because we're naming them after girls this year. Right? Hits that shit up. And we're all going like this. Like, it's shaking. It's windy. Who was the best actor? I don't know. I just think that shit would be funny. Right, Lenny? I think it would be hilarious. Yeah, you know, Dick Jimmy Blanco likes it. He's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, that was just a funny bit. That was funny. Oh, man. Okay, I did write one little weird thing that I want to, like, try. Sorry. One second on the fucking time. Oh.
You have to tell us before you
This is so stupid. I work with a bunch of Mexicans. They made me such a better person. They really have. They really have. They made me such a better person. So, hey, do you guys know what the nickname for Jesus is from Mexico?
Chuy.
Hey, Chuy! What's up, Chuy? Alright. So, I really, really, really wish that the Last Supper was Mexican. Right? It's like chorizo, a little bit of huevos rancheros. Hey, whatever. We could do breakfast at night. It's fine. It's cool. Chilling. A little bit of red wine, a little rosé blanc wine. We'll do that stuff. And then Pedro and Juan and Simon and Mateo and Tomas and Marcos and Andreas and Thaddeus. And, old Maria is in the background. And, Judas is just Judas. Judas is scary. You're not... There's no translation for that. It's just fucking Judas. Chilling. Right. Then in walks Chewie! Fucking Chewy! Oh shit, man! I saw you on the mountaintop today. You was laying it down, preaching the word. Come on, Chewy! Chewy! Right? Come on. Tell me how much more peaceful place this world would be if Jesus were Chewy. I'm just saying, man. Bye.
Now where can we find you, darling?
Baby, you all know you can find me at the Saw Hotel in Venice at 3815 with the Fanatic Salon. Just go visit the place.
I love the name.
Just go visit the place. Tommy's a great guy. There's great fucking comedians there. Go.
Yes. We won't get away. That's I just hear that song all the time. When I hear the name Shannon, I just want to say yes. Let the music play. Yes. Shannon, I wanted to know if it's true that there is another female here tonight that's going up. If that would be true, wouldn't that be so nice? Do we have another one? Claire?
Yeah.
The moment I met you, I swear. Let's bring her up. Let's do it. Yeah. We got hormones in the house. We got the hormones in the house. Nice to see you.
I might as well just put my name down next time. Just assume.
Oh, I like Claire. Claire's fun.
I used to be.
I haven't been here in a while because my life is a trash fire. It's fine. It's so good to be here. I feel like I haven't met any of you, but I feel like, well, most of you, but I feel like it's coming to a comedy sort of like being with like your siblings, your family. We're all in this shit together. Yeah. It's like being with my siblings, except I actually kind of know how to talk to you. I don't know how to talk to that. I had my brother in town this last weekend, and it became very apparent. I figured out how to talk to my sisters. Adult relationships with your sisters is easy because you just have an unspoken agreement to never mention the time she tried to get you into an MLM, and then it's fine. But brothers, like, when you're a kid, you're just like, oh, it's my turn to play Mario Kart, and then you beat each other up, and that's it. But when you grow up, I know you're boring, you know I'm boring. And you're like, have you ever noticed how our dad's an idiot? Like, and that you've been through all the same things 10 million times before, so there's nothing. So my brother was in town. I did a programming move, which is called looking up conversation starters on Google. Yay. Because the internet age was built for the socially inept. So I'm studying with my brother, and I'm like, hey, my brother, blood of my blood. What's gayer, cowboys or pirates? Which is a great conversation starter. Usually works. For those of you wondering, the answer is yes. But I asked him this, and I'm expecting, okay, we'll get a little debate. He'll take cowboy, he'll be wrong, whatever. He doesn't miss a beat, and he goes, we talking modern pirates or like historical pirates? Because that Captain Phillips movie and the guy getting in the guy's face going, get me, I'm the captain now. That was hot. But also Orlando Bloom, also hot. Okay. And he does that in like 0.3 seconds, and I go, okay. I asked a simple question. And my brother told me that he wants to get topped by Orlando Bloom. That's what I just heard. And I get so excited. Because I think this is the day when my self-professed straight brother from the same small town, casually homophobic upbringing as I am, is gonna come out to me. Which, if you've never had someone let you be the first person they've ever come out to, it is the best feeling in the world. Getting came at, that's what I'm going to call it. Getting came at is the best feeling in the world. And I know this, I shook the thing. I got so excited. Okay. Oh, Lord. Getting came out is so good. Okay. I've done this a lot. I went to religious college. Same one as you. And this happened a lot because I spent my time there sussing out all the queers. Here's a trick to suss out the queers. Here's the trick. You're thinking, oh, gators are the real thing. You can't find them. Here's how you find them. This is a secret. You can't tell anyone else this. Everybody's fucking queer. It's a spectrum. Yeah, a lot of people are in denial, but you ask around long enough, you suss out the queers. So I had many friends in college come to me, very, very vulnerable, very stressed out. Heads were in their hands. going like, oh my gosh, Claire, I don't know what to do. I'm experiencing same-sex attraction. I might lose my housing. I don't know what to do. I've been praying, I don't know what to do. And they'd look up at me and I'd go, you told me to stay quiet. This is not about me. This is not about me. This is about you. I'm so excited. You trust me. Well, don't worry. I'm never going to tell anyone. In fact, if you start getting comfortable and tell other people, I'm going to be a little bit sad. Because then I won't be special. And I won't be the only one who knows anymore. And that's all I care about. That's all I care about when I get came out. I know it's not about me, but it puts your mind into a crazy place. It feels so good. It feels so good. A couple months later, they come back to you. They're like, I'm ready to start dating other men. And I'm like, no. I mean, I do support you. I'm so happy for you, but now we won't hang out anymore. And talk about how happy you are that you're gay, because you'll actually be being gay. And it's sad, but it's okay. It just makes you a little crazy because it feels so good. And I've never gotten to make anyone else feel like that. I've never came at anybody because I'm asexual. And you don't, like I've told people that, but you don't lead with that. You don't tell people that, because saying you're asexual is kind of like the biggest privilege flex ever. You feel like a douche saying it. Like, it's like saying you have a 5-year plan. Everyone else is like, I don't know what my life is, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm like, I know exactly what I'm doing. I am sitting and watching crappy movies with nerds or by myself, and that is it, and I am happy, and everyone else is gonna feel better. And I can't privilege flex like that. It's really sad. There are some negative sides to being asexual. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. It's one of those invisible orientations. People think it's not real, but like, not that big a deal. Like, idiots not believing you when you tell them facts is not really, it's just life. Like, it does get kind of annoying when you get like frat bros coming up to me like, hey, you think you're ace? You haven't been with me yet. I can challenge accepted. I'm like, oh, like, that's annoying. That is shitty. But it's very easy to deal with some simple, merciless manipulation. Because you just go, oh yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you should probably, like, buy me dinner. Yeah. You'll probably convince me. I can listen to your trash opinions through mouthfuls of filet mignon. This is totally fine with me. And I know you're like, oh, this bitch, like, can't believe she's, like, leading these guys on. This is actually kind of crossing the line. It's not cool. It's fine. I let them down easy after a few salmons. After a few salmons, I'll let them down easy. I'll look at them. I'll be like, hey, I don't think this is going to work out. A for effort. I love your energy. You really tried. Has anybody ever told you look like Orlando Bloom? Because I got someone for you to meet. Anyways, that's all I got. Thank you.
Where do we find you, sweetie?
You find me on Instagram. I never update. CD_Hatch. And when I'm depressed, I have to come here.
Hey, you came out. That's part of the job, right? Coming out. You don't believe me.
You can just ask with the comedy of Chris Cruz. Bring him to the stage. Chrissy Cruz, come on, let's do this. I know it's mighty far to walk.
I feel like
I love this color on you.
I'm being punished for sure.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for having me. So get back into comedy.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to find inspiration, you know, as we all do. So I've been hanging around bars, seeing if like a priest will walk in or something. Hanging across the street from chicken farms. Fucking, because, you know, writing about my sex life, that's easy. It's a joke already. But you know, so then not Sunday. It was like last Thursday. I get a knock at my door and I realized, oh, it's like a Jehovah's Witness. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to answer because I feel like I might get a little bit out of this, you know, maybe something. And I answered the door. It was like a mom and her daughter. And we ended up having like a wonderful conversation. And that was it. I ended up having a wonderful conversation because I thought I'd make fun of them, but no. But I ended up writing a joke out of it. So here we go. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witness who?
It's Young Hove. Can I get a witness? It's a rock. Hey, yo, B. Trying new things. Where else am I? Sorry, just spitballing here. Oh yeah, since I've been doing comedy, I've been getting a real kick of telling people that I've been doing comedy. Right? Like, that's what we do. Like, we all get off of that shit, bro. Like, I did it once last week, and dude, the amount of times I told people this week, I'm like, yeah, I've been doing stand-up, and they're like, Chris, you are so brave. Like, I couldn't even imagine. I'm like, did you do well? I'm like, no, but like, either way, kudos to you.
Right.
So like, even if I bomb tonight, I'm gonna go out and tell the cutest girl I see, like, hey, I've been doing stand-up.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't imagine. So that's it. I get my rocks off like this. Although telling my close friends has been the opposite.
Of course.
Because they're like, Chris, you been doing stand-up, bro? Like, you're not even the funniest one in the group. Like, now they all want to come do stand-up. So, like, next week I might roll up with, like, 4 dudes who think they're funnier than me. Bastards, bro. I fucking hate them. They're kind of supportive. Let me see what else I got. Another part of the confidence with stand-up, been telling everyone, you trim your pubes before you come up on stage. It's a game changer, man, because at the end of the day, someone might not think I'm funny, but at least, you know, I look and I'm presented well. And if someone does think I'm funny, then, you know, I might go home and I'll feel confident whipping it out. It's a win-win. It's a win. Just trim your pubes. It's good. It's good. No one likes to mess around a fucking mess, you know. Okay.
Like your girlfriend?
I don't even know where to start. I feel like maybe I should talk about wokeness. That's a hot topic right now. Pronouns have been kind of tricky because I work at a coffee shop, right? And so I see a lot of regulars, right? And so I forgot this one woman's name, and I was like, oh, hey, you? And she was like, it's actually she, her. I was like, okay. But that being said, I feel like if Michael Jackson was still alive, his pronouns would be he. Stupid. Also with the wokeness, man, I miss going to movie theaters with black people. What happened to the black people movie theaters, man? That's a level of excitement that I miss, you know? Like, that's an experience, like, oh, well, they get so into you, they start, like, rubbing your shoulder and, like, just, you just get so into the movie, and it just doesn't happen anymore. I miss it. We're getting too woke. Because it's funny, because my mom used to take me to scary movies when I was, like, 10. I was 10 years old going to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the movie theater. And my mom would always like to choose the latest showing at like 10 o'clock. So I'm literally the only child in the movie theater. And I remember this so clearly. We all seen that 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. It got pretty scary. And I just remember this one girl just immediately, I think it was the part where he hooks the girl on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
She just screams and gets up and charges out, and then one of her friends is like, I'm gonna go, and then she spots me, and she's like, what the fuck is this kid doing here? And I'm just like, enjoying this movie. And my mom took me to go see like Amityville Horror. I was like 10.
Damn.
And I was like, that was just something we bonded over. You could call her a bad parent, but I think it turned out alright, you know? But, although I think part of this woke dividedness is, you know, what's that saying, like, hell hath no fury as a woman scorn, right? And I feel like we scorned the wrong woman, Hillary Clinton, and she's just doing all this to get back at the entire America. And I give her kudos to it, you know, because I can't even call her out on it, because then it's like, yo, you can't call out a woman on this shit. I'm working on it. There's something there. What else? We all go to In-N-Out, right? We all got our In-N-Out orders. You know. Does anyone? What's your In-N-Out order?
I don't know actually.
They only have like one.
Double grilled onions.
Yeah,
Everyone's got. They're like, you know, there's only 2 burgers.
Yeah,
but
there's
there's
like-
variations of what you could do to the
lettuce.
burger.
Yeah, I did like the most protein one with the
You like the lettuce burger?
Yeah, or the lettuce.
That's fair. That's fair. So things changed when I got a girlfriend because I ended up, you know, you go to an In-N-Out drive-thru and you're like, hey, are you hungry? Do you want anything? She's like, no, I don't want anything. So then I usually would just get my one burger and a fry. And you know, I see her side-eyeing the fries, so I'm like, all right, given, you can have some of the fries for sure. And then, you know, I take the first bite of the burger, she sees how much I'm enjoying it. And then I take my second bite of the burger. And then it's just like seeing a cute little puppy, and you're like, fine, just here, have the burger. And then she eats the whole fucking burger. So now I get 2 burgers, knowing she's gonna say no, but end up wanting the burger. Because having a quarter of a burger is not satisfying when you're super hungry. So my In-N-Out burgers order changed since having a girlfriend. I just spend 2 burgers. I live in Venice. 2 minutes? 1 minute? 2 minutes? I live in Venice. It's really been life-changing for me because now I've just turned into a whole Venice guy. Like, I don't have a car. I walk everywhere. I do ketamine casually. Crystals just started showing up in my room. I don't even know where they came from.
Oh shit.
But if you ever see me here in like a poncho and a feathered hat, just shoot me, please. Like I don't. That's too far. With the Chelsea boots or something, just. I do not want to be that guy.
Oh shit.
But you know, I hate to say it. I shop at Erewhon and farmers markets. Like that's the closest thing to me. Like there is nothing cheap, bro. Like a friggin' can of Coke is $4. And like sparkling water is like $2.50. I love sparkling water. But
Right here.
but yeah, the Venice scene is crazy, and then you're spending like $100 on like a piece of bread and like peanut butter and jelly, and then you walk outside and then there's like a homeless guy asking you for money. You're like, dude, sorry, I only have card. And he's just there, smoking crack. And that's very real. Do you guys also go to the farmers market? Anyone go to the farmers markets in LA? It's actually very life-changing because regardless of produce, a lot of great people to meet. I always suggest if you want to meet some girls, go to the farmers markets. You know, they're all wholesome, they eat well. They're a little stinky, I will say. But a good stink. It's like an earthy, you know. It's not like, there's different levels of stink, I've realized. There's like that gamer stink. Bro, that anime gamer stink is foul. You know, they got the piss bottles under the, they just, that Mountain Dew microplastic smell is just so much worse than like an earthy, dirty hippie smell. Like, you know what I mean? And hopefully I didn't stink, so thank you guys for having me. So, you can find me in Venice, but Chris with a K, KRISCRUZ __ on Instagram. And yeah, thank you.
Give it up, come on. That first time meeting you, wearing my collar, you got this all going on.
Thank you.
You gotta be happy. You can't be cruelly, because you're in the house with one and only Michael Moody. Let's do this. Try not to talk on each other's acts. Because it's you.
Oh, okay.
Moody!
Mike Moody! Oh, okay. See you later. I'm just playing. How you guys doing? You guys good?
As always.
Okay. That shit you were saying about being black is real, bro. And now, every time you were doing your bits, they were looking at me to make sure they were okay to laugh. I was everyone's like, ah, yeah, being black. Yeah. No, man, because my name is Mike Moody. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. And I look like I can work on computers. So, that's what I get. People hand me broken iPads and shit like that. No problems. Something about me wearing glasses, people think I see clearly.
That's dense. But I don't. I am just chilling. There's been a lot going on where I live. My building is cool. I like my landlord. I like the people who live in the building, but he asked me to like help him do stuff around the house, which is cool because he's old and he's friend. I don't know. I have a connection with them through people that I know, so I don't want to like be weird and tell him no. But there's something about being like the only black dude in a neighborhood, like doing manual labor in front of everybody. That shit's weird, nigga. Even when I'm not really doing shit, it just feels weird. I don't know. I can't explain it to you guys because you guys don't know what it's like. It's just weird. It just feels like I don't know. It's weird. I'm not even doing manual shit. I'm like just walking through looking like I know what I'm doing. And I don't know. It makes me feel some type of way. It's very weird. I was talking to one chick and I was just like in my kitchen fixing something. It was like a light bulb or some shit. And then this girl told me, like, she started talking to me about her problems. And I was like, yo, I can't do both at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just be doing manual labor and giving you relationship advice on how to keep your man. Like, that shit. Who am I, Hattie McDaniel? I can't do that shit. I look like Beulah. I can't do any of that shit. That shit threw me off. I was like, I can help you after, as soon as I get this done. As soon as I get this done, I can talk to you. Because she was really bothered by her losing her black boyfriend. She wasn't white. She wasn't black, so that was the thing about it, too. She was like, you know niggas. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I do. What? You know what I mean? It's weird. I live in Culver City. And, yeah, Culver City's cool. I like Culver City. Culver City's kind of white, though. Culver City's like really white. It's real like family oriented. It's not necessarily white. I don't have a problem living in a white neighborhood. It's really family oriented. There's a lot of families around. And yeah, and then and it's cool because I don't have any kids or nothing. Like I'm just walking around smoking and shit. The white people are cool in the neighborhood. Some of them, the other part of them are not. Yeah, like the white people who be like their Black Lives Matter signs up and stuff like that.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, they're scary white people. They scare the shit out of me. I don't know, I feel like it's such thing as being too inclusive. I'm like, yo, calm down. I don't know, something about that shit. There's something weird about that shit. I don't know how to explain it. We love everybody. Chill out. I don't even like everybody. Like, what the fuck? I have terms and conditions. Don't be so open. When I like the people who have like their Trump shit up, they're cool. Like the house I live in, it has a defend not defund sign in front of my house. And that's because my landlord was a cop, and that's fine. I don't think that's bad. I have family members who are cops. You know what I mean? I feel like white people treat cops like certain black people treat Jesus. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, he hasn't done anything for me personally. But it's nice to have him around. You know, for like holidays and award shows, they come in handy. Another famous video cops like to do, or like videos when they playing sports with black people.
Yeah.
I'm very uncomfortable with those videos. You seen those videos, right? Where it's like cops like playing basketball and shit. Yeah. Like in the hood. I don't know. That shit throws me off a lot. I don't like it. I feel like for every police brutality video, they should put out one of those videos at the same time. That way they'll even the score. They even it out. Can you imagine that shit? And like you're watching the news and they're like, cop shoots unarmed black man after being crossed over at the local Y. And every black person's like, well, did you see the video? Like, he crossed him the fuck up. He probably felt disrespected. They have to be two different videos. They can't be the same video. You know what I mean? Like, the police brutality video has to be, like, on a cell phone, because that's normal. But the crossover video has to be like on body cam so we can feel it. Oh shit! Okay. Yeah. I think things differently. Sorry, that's a really traumatic response to police brutality. But I think it's a funny joke. I woke up in the middle of the night and wrote that. As you know, good ideas come in the middle of the night. But they'll be disrespected, but it'd be like a weird, because I had like black people being like, I mean, like for real, like, did you see what happened to him? Like, because he's getting crossed up. You guys know basketball. Okay. I think it's a funny joke. So, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm like very oblivious to like trauma. I'm bad at trauma. So yeah, my parents passed away like on vacation in a car accident, so I'm not excited for anything. So that's why.
So what's funny about that, Mike?
You know what I'm saying? You know, like I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm just jaded. I don't get excited for anything. Like even on a date with like a hot chick or whatever, she's like, yo, when we get home, this pussy's yours. And I'm like, bitch, we gotta get home first. Making promises you can't keep. So it's a lot. Anyway, people going to jail. Trump's about to go to jail. That shit's crazy. Is he? I don't know. I don't think so either. No. But people are going to jail. Harvey Weinstein's going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they putting him in jail.
God.
And I saw people were like, yeah, his movie should get taken down.
No.
I was like, that's not how it works. He's like he's a producer. Like that's not how it works.
You take down every movie.
You can't take down every movie like based off the fucking producer. If that was the case, we wouldn't have any Disney movies.
Yeah.
Because they're overtly racist or weird or whatever. What you do is you gotta add diversity to the films. That cleans up the sins of the company. That's how it works. Like by Avengers 6, they'll all be black and Latino. Can you imagine that? I get you. Like they're just running up, ready for the battle. And like, oh, he's gone. We would have been here on time for having to pick everybody up. Oh, you niggas got powers and nobody got gas money. If Captain America was still white, we wouldn't get pulled over. Oh man. But no, people love Joe Biden for some reason. Maybe because he's like dead already. I don't know. In our hearts, he's dead. He's already like not physically. I can't prove that, but I feel like in our hearts, he's already gone. But no, when he was running for office, I feel like everyone was just like had Trump signs up. They had Biden signs up. They were like, Biden would save the world. I thought that was a bit much. I was like, you don't survive saving the world. Jesus didn't even save the world. He made alcohol with his friends that got killed by local law enforcement. Thank you guys so much. Mike Moody 91, yeah, on Instagram, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody was trying to find you spelling your name Moodie. Okay, so don't even.
Oh yeah, no.
That's why sometimes, and then they get it mixed up with Mooney.
Oh yeah. No.
Don't you wish that we could all be Mooney today? Let's just say something about April 4th. Tomorrow's my mother's birthday, and I remember. Happy birthday in heaven, Mom. And MLK got shot the same day. So let's just say it was a crazy day, huh? Would you say a little bit?
I would say.
I am so glad that Dr. King didn't do cocaine.
Oh, come on.
I am, because he would have never slept. And that motherfucker would never had a dream. Okay, so God bless him. Listen, did I just curse? I didn't mean it. But you know what? I can't save the day, but maybe we can with Rob Vazade. Vazade. One time in.
Yo.
Yo.
I gotta pull out the phone.
For what?
Dude, I don't remember shit.
Yes, you do. Let's hear it. Come on. Come on.
So, shit. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about how to treat homeless people better. Not like that I didn't, but I didn't do any of that. I promise. But it's like less about giving money because you know those people that they'll say like, dude, don't give them $1. They're just gonna.
It's okay. Happens to the vibrator too.
It's a mic. You need feedback.
We're getting the drums.
There we go, Monica with a K.
Goddamn. I saw somebody else sit down. I was like, I'm fat. I'm gonna sit down. That wasn't on you. I said it was pertaining to it. You have great nipples. Homeless people on YouTube. I've been watching people give money and whatnot. And this one video I was watching was saying that you should treat them like people and just try to start a conversation, ask them how they're doing. I've been trying that, but I feel like I've been duping a lot of homeless people. I've just been driving down the street, and the guy's like waiting in traffic and like going to car. And I'm like, okay, opportunity. Roll down the window, and I'm like, hey man, how's it going? And he's like, oh, thanks man. And I was like, you all right? How's your day going? Motherfucker, you're not gonna give me money? Only got card. Pretty fucked up. I feel like so I'm treating homeless people like shit again. I feel like kids today don't even, anybody talk to somebody below the age of 10?
No.
Kids don't even, yeah, right? I'm talking to a kid today. Why?
Why?
No, a lot of my cousins, they decided to have kids at the same time, so my fucking grandparents' house like a fucking nursery. We're Filipino, half Filipino, half Mexican, so like, fucking hold hands, it's like, another one. Yeah, the kids don't even talk anymore. I tried saying hi to a kid, and he was just like, I was like, what the fuck is that, dude? Kids just emote now. Fuck, man. Trying to put my life together lately. I'm finding all about myself. I feel like that's what you're still 29, so not 30s yet, but I feel like it, obviously, getting close. But I feel like this is the moment of time where, like, you start questioning things your parents told you. You kind of like, you blame them for a couple years, and you're like, oh fuck, it's just me. I grew up in a very, very supportive household. Too much to the point where my mom, confidence was nothing I was short of when I was a kid. She used to tell me I was a miracle baby. I literally believed that I was like a miracle child for the longest time. She was like, we prayed to God. We just, nothing could happen. We tried for 4 or 5 years, and God answered my prayer, and there's like a reason you should be here. I'm like, fuck, I'm a miracle child. And I asked my dad about it recently. He was just like, oh no, she just took progesterone. We got pregnant on the first try. Fuck. Like, no praying, and he's like, no, just, we didn't go to the doctor right away. We thought it would be better financially stable to not have a child. And I was like, the fuck, dude? My mom told me she lost her glasses in the car last time she was here. I saw her. Or she lost her glasses, we were in the car. Okay. And she's like, what the fuck are my glasses? And I was like, oh, I saw you in the living room reading. They're in the living room. And we go to the living room, sure enough. She's like, you should be a detective. And so that's why I'm doing stand-up now. She told me that was funny. Shit. I need to work on that one. Fuck. I don't really get it. Moving to LA, it's a little different. People treat themselves a lot here. It seems like Ubering places, like black cars and whatnot, with friends that make fucking less money than I've ever made, and like Uber black carring. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And they literally have a chauffeur bring them places. Like, that's what Uber is. Like, that was reserved for rich people back in the day. I feel like you shouldn't Uber a Gatorade and a fucking pack of Starburst if you're paying $80 a month for your couch. So, yeah, I don't understand that. I was getting coffee the other day with my friend, and he looked at me. He's like, "What do you want?" Got up to the place. It's normal coffee. It's $13 for 2 cups of coffee. I paid it. I've lived in LA for a while. It's chill. I got oat milk in mine. And he looks at me and he's like, $12, dude. Does it suck your dick? $12? It's some fucking weird metric, man. Like whether it's second, like of course they do. Sit in front. Imagine you couldn't choose. You couldn't choose who sucked your dick for that coffee too. It's like a barber shop. You go up and you're like, "Fuck, dude, the guy fucked me up last time. Used teeth." Fuck, dude. I think that's it.
Cool, beautiful. Now you can tell people where they can find you.
You can find me walking around here Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yes. Well, welcome to the zoo.
Yeah, Rob.
And pronounce your name for me again.
Rob Vazadeh.
Rob Vazadeh, not to be confused with Shirazadeh. And you can find this Negro in the Baha'i, because he's Filipino, and he know it. Okay, you guys gonna sit down with his musical chairs. What's going on? Where you going? You're not leaving me, are you?
I'll be right back. Shannon, he never
Are you having a
seen me
cigarette?
go
Because I want. Never mind.
No, guys, this is a fucking show. Stay here.
I was.
Are you kidding
I was
me?
highlighting the fact
How
of how
could you
rude.
be so light when you have the comedy of Rich White? Let's bring Richie up here. Richie.
Rich White.
Oh yeah, I sign up first, I almost go up last.
Mr. Privilege.
Ain't that exactly? See, I can't even do my Rich White joke anymore because Lenny said my name like 17 times in his fucking bit. So like, I can't even do it anymore. I can't even talk about white I am. You've already established how white I am. Plus, you can't mistake me for any other ethnicity. There's just no way. Someone's like, "Is that guy black?" No, there's no way. Alright, let's get this started. Okay. So, I can't do that opening. So, I have been working in the customer service industry for most of my life. And if you've ever worked in this industry, you deal with a lot of shitty people. I have dealt with a ton of shitty people, but there's one specific person, one specific encounter that has stuck with me to this day. So, when I was 18 years old, I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts. And it was morning, it was like 8 a.m., I was a cashier there, and this guy walks in, he's like, "Can I get a pink frosted donut?" So I go and get him the donut, but as I go to put it in the bag, I accidentally put it upside down, so frosting first into the bag, which, yes, that's an issue, but I think that's a minor convenience. But this guy, he looks me right in the eyes, looks right in my soul, and with the calmest voice ever, he said, "I should kill you for this." He said that like he said hello to me. He said that like it was part of his everyday vocabulary. And I'm thinking in my head, like, it's 8 in the morning. I didn't realize murder was an option today. I didn't realize that at all. I'm thinking like, you think like there's murder, not murder. Where does an upside down donut lie? You think, no, apparently it lands in the murder category. I'm this guy's own personal version of fucking ISIS. And you know what I did? I'm from the East Coast, though. I'm from fucking Boston, okay? You think I let that fucking slide? You know what I did? You know what I did? I got him a brand new donut, and then I said, "Hey, have a great day, sir." Still haunts me to this day that I didn't do fucking anything. But, it wasn't always shitty people, right? It was just like odd situations working in the service industry. So I used to get sexually harassed a lot. Now, I know it's weird coming from a guy to say they get sexually harassed, but no, I was for sure sexually harassed. By old women, mostly. It was specifically old women. First off, old people in general, no. You think old people in general have no fucking filter, so old women say whatever the fuck they want to you. They don't give a shit. But I get it, right? You're like pushing 80, you're knocking on death's door. You're not gonna have a filter, right? So I have this theory that like kids and old people are like the same when it comes to their filter, right? So old people are on their way out, kids are on their way in, and kids, they'll say whatever the fuck they want to. They'll insult you right to your face with no regard for your feelings at all. Like I had this kid once say, "Why do you have such a large gap in between your teeth?" And before I could even respond to the disrespect, he's like, watch me do a Fortnite dance. And as he's doing the Fortnite dance, in my head I'm thinking, I didn't even realize that this was an issue until now. Now it is. And then when he's done dancing, I have to clap and go, good job, great job. Like he didn't just unlock a new fucking insecurity in me. Right? A kid would be like, Mommy, Daddy hits Mommy, and then they do a backflip into a pool. It's fucking crazy. So again, back to old women hitting on me. So I used to work for this restaurant, I used to work at the steakhouse, and this old married couple comes in, and they sit down in my booth, and the old woman immediately starts coming on to me. And I'm like, are you really gonna do this right in front of your husband? Granted, he looked like a walking corpse, okay? Super decrepit looking, but I thought that was rude regardless, okay? So they finish their meal, and I'm standing by the booth, and they get up. So the husband, he hobbles past me first, doing the best zombie from The Walking Dead impression I've ever seen, okay? I'm almost positive they used him as a reference for that show. So he walks past me, and he's just trying to solve the mystery of how to leave the restaurant, and he's not doing a good job. He ends up in the kitchen at some point, I'm pretty sure. But the wife, right, she staggers back. So she comes up to my side, and she leans in, and she goes, you have the greatest ass I've ever seen in my entire life. And she looks back at it, and she winks at me. And I'm like, this bitch is ice cold, man, because her husband is right there. Even if he was standing an inch from us, he wouldn't have been able to hear it, but still, ice cold, okay? I'm fucking done with the service industry jokes. So everyone in here has had a sex dream at some point, right? A wet dream. Everyone has to, except I don't know, do people who are asexual have...
Sometimes.
Do you? Okay, I didn't know. I don't want to be like, everybody in here has had a fucking sex dream, right?
No.
Okay. So everyone's had one, but that is where our similarities end. Because whenever I have a sex dream, I can't actually have sex with someone in it. Let me explain. So a specific scenario that happens all the time is I'll be naked, there will be a woman who's also naked, we'll be naked on top of each other, and we'll be doing everything you could possibly imagine other than sex. And then right as I'm about to fuck, I become self-aware. And I remember that I have a loving fiance, and that I'm in a very, very committed relationship. So I grow a conscience for some reason, and I start to cockblock myself. I go, whoa, what am I doing? Who is this whore? This isn't my loving fiance, whom I love very much. Who is this? And this happens every single fucking time I have one of these dreams. And it's not fair, right? Because my fiance, she's fucking men, she's fucking women, she's doing it in her dreams too. Bro, all I'm gonna say... But I don't think it's fair, because, like, you know, she's getting railed by Timothy Chevrolet in her dream, but then in mine, I've locked myself in the bathroom and I'm staring at my own reflection, crying to myself because I've ruined the fabric of my own relationship. And then I wake up in a heavy sweat, not from completion, but because of regret and guilt. And now I feel like I have to turn over and apologize for not having sex with someone. You know how weird that is to have to do that? I'm more just mad at my brain for where it decided to cross the line. Because again, I'll be naked on top of a woman, sucking on her tits, eating her out. She'll be blowing me. And my brain's like, no, you're good. This is fine. No, this isn't cheating. You still love her. But if your dirty fucking dick gets even close to that whore's pussy, I'm gonna make you regret that, you motherfucker. How much time do I got?
You got 3 minutes.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, let's keep it going. Fuck yeah.
Let's go.
So... I've been trying to make Chris laugh, and I figured you're so hard to laugh, so I got you. I know you have, but I got you this time. You didn't last time, so I wanted to get you.
You were calling my asshole out last time.
That's where I'm going. Dude, thanks, man. Thanks, your asshole is where we're going. Let's go down Chris's asshole. No, basically, I learned recently that some guys don't wash their assholes. This is true. So, yeah, no, not Chris, he doesn't. Some guys don't wash their assholes. I learned that some girls would ask their boyfriends on TikTok, do you, like, get up in there? And they go, well, no, I let the water trickle down. So they don't, like, actually, wash it. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, are some of you guys just walking around with shit-covered assholes? And then every time you shit, since you're not wiping it, it just crusts over and layers on top of each other? How do you not have some 18th century disease like dysentery or something? Like, there's no way you can be healthy. Like, you have to be on the verge of death, right? And I'm trying to think to myself, I'm like, why are some of these guys not washing their assholes? And I have two theories. One, I feel like, if you get up in there, you might like it. which you will. You will absolutely enjoy it because that is where the male prostate is. I didn't make the rules, okay? And number two, if I get up in there and I do enjoy it, will that make me gay? Like, are you gonna accidentally graze your finger over your asshole and go, whoa, I gotta go find some dick to suck? I don't know if you know this, but what makes you gay is by being gay. And it's a wild concept. So the moral of the story is, wash your assholes and enjoy the ride, okay? Because it's beautiful. How much time I got?
You got a minute.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get it going. I'll rip through them.
Me too.
So, I'm gonna try a new one out, and this is so random. So I'm not a big fan of cigarettes at all. I hate cigarettes. I hate the way they smell. I hate the way they taste. This isn't a PSA to stop smoking. If you do, I don't care. I'm not here to judge, okay? So you think living in LA, I like it more because people don't really smoke too much. They vape. But if anything, I find people who vape far worse. And I'm going to tell you this why. So when people smoke cigarettes, it's pretty cool, right? It is badass. Like, as much as I hate it, it's pretty fucking cool James Dean type shit to smoke cigarettes. But people who vape, you guys look goofy as hell. You guys are always holding it. You only ever have one hand available at all times, because one of them is clutching your vape to your chest like Gollum with the ring. My precious vape. My precious vape. I couldn't imagine. And I've seen people at a party with a vape in one hand and alcohol in the other. I can't imagine if a third variable was thrown in there. What are you going to do? If there's food, you're going to be like, do I put down my extreme nicotine addiction or my alcoholism? And it's you don't do it at that point. There's something you can do. 30 seconds?
No.
None. Okay, I didn't get the... Anyway, thank you so much. My name is Richard White. You can follow me on TikTok at Very Rich Comedy, or my Instagram, RichardWhite_official, for some reason.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
And love your diastema, sweetie. Embrace it.
Thank you.
That's what it's called. You know that, right?
What is?
Diastema.
Oh, diastema. Okay, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Because you got some black blood in you somewhere, because you're from,
I gotta do
from Nigeria.
You look like a young
They
Michael
always got a
Strahan.
gap. So I'm going to ask that everybody has it. First of all, has everyone had any fun? At all? I came out. Like not out, but I came out. So, with respect, guys. You guys okay? All right. I have children, can't you tell? I love you, Shannon. Bye. Where are you going? You got a piece? You have to? Can you hold it? You can hold it. You know why, guys? Where'd you learn to whisper? The fucking helicopter? All right, listen. I want to bring it up for the comedy of this guy. I love him because of his kepi, but I'm going to say it different. Let's get up for the comedy of Zach Kepi.
Let's go, Zach.
You're a headliner.
We're crushing it.
Nice. Let's go, Zach.
Yeah, beautiful. Appreciate that. I watched my wife cheat on me the other day.
What?
Yeah, I didn't ask to. It wasn't one of those situations. It was just in my lap. So my beautiful, precious angel of a wife works at a trauma center, 15 minutes away, and I was working behind the computer, and she asked for a ride to work, and I was like, absolutely, my precious, faithful, beautiful angel wife, I would love to. And we're driving down the street, and this fucking idiot moron of a kid is riding his bike as fast as he can down Santa Monica, and it was incredible. And a tree branch that had fallen got stuck in his front spoke, and he endoed, a classic endo, into the ground and smashed his face. And I mean, at first I'd never seen that, like, the perfect textbook endo before. Like, part of me was like, fuck, yes, yes. But that was like passing. It was just a passing thought because I'm a fucking hero. And I pulled over, jumped out as fast as I could, and I start running toward this kid who's face down. And, you know, I'm running at him. I'm a creative, you know, I'm not a fucking hero. And, but I think I am. And I think I'm going to give him some healing energy, some power or something. But I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. But I was just beelining toward him. And he looks up, and he is toothless in a pool of blood. Oh my God. So I just fucking veer right. And my beautiful, precious angel wife, who works at this trauma unit, just like replaces my stride as if as if we spoke this we had this unspoken healing synergy language or something. And look, we don't, obviously. But I found myself being sort of embarrassed, but in this fantasy, though, that maybe this kid who just witnessed that thought, maybe that was the case. Like, I was, the big force who, could show him there's nothing in the world I can't handle, and my wife is just a little angel who comes gliding in. And I was in that fantasy for half of a second before I heard tires screech, and before I could even look up, this white pickup was already in park, and this beautiful man is in full stride at us in true hero fashion. And it was just straight out of a movie. And the worst part was my wife, because she's an angel, was hating this kid. I look down at her and I see her look up and take in this man for the first time. And she just takes in all of his energy. And she just was directs him into the kid. And he slides on his knees honestly, in my opinion, 3 inches too far. But it was perfect. He slides in and they start asking each other the same questions. Or my wife's on the phone with 911, and they're having this unspoken fucking communication. And I'm sitting there, and like I said, I was working at the computer. I had gym shorts on with no underwear, and I'm trying to still be a man and be a hero and try to help while I'm also not trying to expose myself. And anyway, in their unspoken language, I think this is what he said, because I obviously don't speak it, but he said something, did something to my wife, and she nods, and he disappears for 1.5 seconds and comes back carrying this medical bucket with these cases of gauze, right as dispatch from 911 asked, does anyone have access to maybe a bucket or possibly gauze? And she just said, and she just goes, yes. I have never heard my wife say yes like this before in my entire life. I was like, oh no, this is a world I do not exist in. And it was just painful. And it made me realize that this hero complex or whatever, I'm an artist, I'm just not, as fulfilled as I am, I'm just not this hero guy. If this was a real world coming to an end scenario, and I got my wife as close to safety or as far to the possibility of living as possible, and I just realized we were dead, yeah, I would probably lose track of her because I'd be taking in the moment, trying to pull out my hair and throw it toward the ocean or something, and she would die feeling emotionally abandoned. But this guy Keith, if this were happening, if he was in that exact same situation, he would be guiding people like fucking traffic, and they would believe them. They would be believing him. Go, go, go. Go. Stop. Go. And it's just only a certain kind of man can do that, and that was not me. And I'm still trying to form this into a bit. I don't know how yet, but anyway. So anyway, my wife fucking is in an emotional affair with Keith. So thank you all.
Are you gonna shout out to your wife?
Yeah.
You didn't shout out. I'm watching you.
And you can find me at Zach Cap on Instagram. The whole time I was like, wow, she's going to know I'm not the idiot who forgot to say that. As soon as I got done, I was going to be like, you can find me on Instagram at Zach Cap. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. People want to see you.
Listen, guys, I'm going to be back, but if you guys need some coaching and stuff, to call Monica, she'll set you up with me and work something out, because you guys have to work on sets that are going to be for your showcases. This is I know I'm being repetitive, but this is an opportunity for you. There's not many places I'll give you 10 minutes where you could do your 3 minutes and say, okay, guys, now I'm going to just go through this. The other thing is, if you want to get a copy of your tape, I'm not going to be able to do that for you. She can do that for you. Monica can do that for you. And you need to get your stuff together so that when we get casting calls, don't leave here without giving her your information. How about that, if you want to, keep moving ahead. And with that, I present to you our scholar in residence from Duke University, the one and only Monica with a K.
Take it.
Thank you, guys. Claire, you were talking about Googling conversation starters. I think I found my new favorite conversation starter. Why? Thank you. Yeah, I also really love, like, whenever Cinda calls up people, she'll use, like, a rhyming scheme, so I try to look up words that, like a cheerleader call, so I tried looking up words that rhyme with Monica, and there was, like, Hanukkah, harmonica, 4th on the list was erotica, 10th on the list was swastika. I'm like, this is not looking good for me. Oh man, rhymezone.com. My name is Monica. I have a stain on my shirt right now. It's peanut butter. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I bought a $16 smoothie today to feel something, and all I felt was gassy. Just quickly, give it up for yourselves. This has been such a lovely mic. Comedy is really hard. Comedy is really hard. You are giving everything you have at some person in order to eviscerate a physical reaction. Comedy is basically like a reverse laxative. Which is exactly what I need after having that smoothie. I've been heavily involved in nonprofit work all my life. I'm going to tell you about this nonprofit. It is called Hinduism. There is no profit in Hinduism. Hinduism is the 3rd most popular religion in the world, despite the fact that it's not a religion. It's like saying water is the 3rd wettest thing in the world. You don't want to know what the first 2 are. I did religious school for 4 or 5 years. But my parents did like the Costco version of Hindu religious school. And so someone asked me what that experience was like. And I was like, oh, every Sunday I go to this guy's basement with like 30 other kids and we'd like chant. And he'd keep us down there because we were promised food at the end. Anyways, that was what it was. It was fine. Like the food's called prasadam, and it's a very strong motivator for young children. Even though most of the time we just get like kala chana, which is just like black chickpeas, and they look like mouse turds. But that's fine. I just got this haircut today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Or did my face get bigger? Think about it. Just kidding. There's a Hindu tradition called Mundan or Mundana, and it's basically when a baby is 1 year old, you shave their head. And it's done because it's thought that it's thought that the hair you're born with is representative of undesirable traits from previous lives. So my older sister did this when they were 1 year old. My parents, they flew to India, got the whole family together. They sent out an Eventbrite, just like all the stuff. But my parents didn't do it for me because my dad thought I looked too ugly.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's fine because I have no undesirable traits here. Nothing to undesire here. Just a lot of dandruff. So now I've been doing the head shaving process gradually over the span of like 3 years. So I'm doing this to be a good Hindu. So you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm also new to LA. I like Cinda said, I go to school in North Carolina, which is in the top 5 Carolinas. Something I was also very surprised about was vaping, because that's just not something that was as popular where I go to school. I remember I'd like go and see all these USC students and be like, wow, they got some cool looking kazoos. Why does that kid's AirPods case have a blowhole in it? It smells like someone farted in a Kool-Aid bottle. No, I'm originally from the Midwest, and there's another thing that surprised me about LA. I remember growing up, I would always say my favorite color is seafoam green, like on the Crayola box. Like, it was the color of my bedroom growing up. And then I came to LA and realized seafoam is white. So that was pretty sad. And with that, I want to thank you all for coming to a lovely Manic Monday.
Yeah!
As I said before, you have sat through about 2 hours of comedy, which means you have saved about 120% or more on your car insurance. So
There
congrats
you
to
go.
that.
That's just for. Hey, the next star of comedy. Where do we find you, Missy?
You can find me here every Monday and Friday, or you can find me on Instagram at Monica Narain. That's MONIKA _, Narain, NARAIN _. If you ask, I can use it in a sentence. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I love that femme fatale. She's fatally funny. And I want to tell you something about being woke and being black and being Jewish. It's really not that easy because, you know, my cousin married, she has a wife. And they were all on top of me because I was living with my husband first. This is okay. You know what I mean? Like, I was the one that was bad, but now I've changed and I'm woke. So I know everything except for Passover becomes very difficult because you guys may not understand about Passover. We have to take all the bread out of the house. And you have to prepare for people. So when my daughter's telling me that they are coming, as a black Jew, how many of them are coming? How many planes are we putting out? I told you they, Mommy, and you're going to call her they. Is she a schizophrenic or there's 3 people coming? That's all I care about, okay? It's all I care about. They. How many? Just say she wants to be called they. And this way we know how many plates to put on the table. With that, I want to wish everybody a great Easter. Chag Sameach. Have a great Passover. If you guys are watching, we love you. We thank you. Please support this school and keep it open. There's only one LA School of Comedy. And people tell you you're funny, you probably are, but you won't know till you take it from the page to the stage. How are we doing here?
We are doing so
Great! We got that music going? Yeah! Yeah! Hip hop parade! Off! Let's get